and Colin Miller leads his dad, Gary Miller, away. This is the second feature here, is now an all-stock cam race. The Galletta's number 0, driven by Gary Miller. Larry Phillips driving the Galletta's number 7. Starts in second. Melissa Gable now in the Galletta's 4. Then Russ Hockey in his 00. He's the only one with a race cam in this race. Chris Stevens in his old number 5, which he won the 2000 and 2001 Galletta's Classics. Buddy Cotton now in the Phillips 04, and Matt Stevens in the Galletta's number 1. Melissa lets everyone by, per usual. And we begin our race. Gary here off to a good lead. Gary Miller, believe it or not, has won more features, I believe, in the Galletta 0 than his own Miller number 24. He likes that cart. It is a somewhat lighter cart in the Galletta stable. Russ Hockey moves up into second in hot pursuit of his friend or acquaintance, Gary Miller. Russ in search of his first ever feature win. He's come close a few times, had a few points of misfortune, losing a tire while having a huge lead a few weeks earlier. Gary, Ross, Chris Stevens, and Matt Stevens all in hot pursuit. Chris and Matt in backups, Galletta's backups. So if anyone is interested. Oh, and Gary is upset with Russ Hockey sliding into him. Russ got a little loose in the rear turn, tried to pass Gary, got into him a little bit, much like the first feature, but Gary did not care for it, and he has stormed off in a fit of anger. We have, Russ said he was sorry, but Russ's car is fast, but it's a little loose. He tends to slide in the turns. Needs a little more stability. Flagman Wesley James Stroger Stevens. As I was saying before the caution, Chris and Matt in Galletta's backup cars for this race. If anyone is interested, both the number 5 and the number 1 that Chris and Matt are in, they will both be available to be raced at Oswego Speedway in the Classic. Both of those cars are open. Here is Chris taking a big stab on Russ, and so is Matt. Russ holds them off. Russ in this race uses his own cart. Everyone else used a cart that they're not accustomed to. Or at least don't drive all the time. The number 1 has been rebuilt. The Galetta's number 1. It's lower to the ground, now has side bars. Controls a bit better than it once did. Russ Hockey taking off here a little bit. Chris, Matt, and Buddy Compton falling off the pace. Russ is returning the favor of the first feature, where the 3 pulled away from him. Russ is moving. Melissa Gable in her future father-in-law's start. Galetta's number 4. Wesley, who only races at Oswego Kartway now after his rib and shoulder blade breaking incident in the Galletta's Classic of 2007. His wife has banned him from racing. least for the short term. I have noted that if we get some rib protection, rib pads for him, maybe he can race again. But he's getting older now, so. Hey, you gotta let me go. Yes, Wesley. Now get back to sleep, or, excuse me, get back to flagging the race. Russ Hockey still holding on to first. Chris Stevens in his Galletta's number 5. He won 3 straight Galletta's Track Championships in that kart. It has since been driven by several different drivers. But it's always been Chris's backup. Rob Jimenez has won a feature in that kart, as has Kyle Reuter, won 2 features, maybe 3 in that kart. Kyle Reuter now tearing up the medium class, and the chain is lost. The chain has come off of Larry Phillips' old 04, which Buddy Comp was driving. Buddy is now driving the Galletta 0, which Gary Miller just left. As I was saying, the Galletta's number 5 driven has won features with Chris Stevens, Rob Jimenez, and Kyle Reuter, I believe, at the helm. Chris is now trying to get a victory in 2008. Russ is trying to get his first victory, period. As I said, he has come close several times this year. Always seems to have a handling problem. Go wrong for him, but he is always fast. He handles much better at Galletta's than he does at Oswego. His kart does not like the Oswego. I spoke too soon. Russ Hockey hits a loose patch. Stevens and Matt Stevens both pass him. Buddy takes a shot at him, but could not get the pass. Russ Hockey comes out of turn 4, comes off the clay into the grass, and has lost the first 2 positions. Now running 3rd, Chris Stevens. Now in first as Matt Stevens in the number 1. Matt has won features in the number 1 before. Matt has won features in pretty much every Galletta's kart there is. He's quite the little master. Several karts have only had 1 feature win under their belt with Matt, and no one else has won with him. Chris now holding off his brother. Chris takes pride, and he is one of the only people that can hold Matt off. The brothers have been racing together for 18 years on the Galletta surface. They each know each other's strengths and weaknesses. And they're always 1 and 2 in the Oswego Gas Stocker Championship for all 18 years. Proving it, leading 1 and 2 in backup cards. Not even their starter cards. Again, these carts are available to be rented for the rest of the year at the Oswego Classic and the rest of the Galletta season. Oh, Buddy Comp got up on 2 wheels as camerawoman, the lovely Rungnapha Stevens has seen. His wife, native of Thailand. Chris and Matt putting a little distance between themselves and Russ. Russ is catching back up. He has a lot of power in that car. He has a chance to take this. We're running low on laps. The second 30 lapper almost complete. this season at Galletta's. The racing has been tremendous. Lots of great racing, but unfortunately not too many drivers. So we're always looking for new people. Anyone interested? I believe that was the white flag. Chris, Matt, Ross in contention. The third and fourth turn. And Wesley throws the checker, and Chris gets his win. The Galletta's point standings has Chris and Matt very close. Matt with like a 50 or 60 point lead. But other than that, very close. Here are your winners. The first feature going to Buddy Cotton in the Galletta's number 7. Second feature going to Chris Stevens in the Galletta's number 5. We do not know why Buddy is wearing shades in this picture. If you see him, maybe you can ask him. Next race at Galletta's will be the following Sunday. But first, one last regular season Oswego Kartway race before the Classic